for both sides, it'll be a challenge, but we'll be ready.
Jared, obviously for the bye week, you guys were hit with a lot of different injuries. Coming back, guys had a chance to heal a little bit.
Yeah.
Talked to Dan today about Jameson.
Yeah.
Spoke to you with him about summer a little bit. Was just as far as him, how often are you coming in Exton and checking on him, seeing where he's at?
Quite a bit.
Keeping him engaged a little bit.
Yeah, quite a bit. He's been doing a good job as far as I know with his rehab and staying engaged on the field. He's asking good questions, and he's as talented as as I've seen he is on YouTube and whatnot. I know that's about as much of experience as I have with him, but he's a very smart guy, and he's very inquisitive and very interested in what we're doing at all times, and has done a good job.
Still like to see him come back at this season at some point? Was that something?
Absolutely. What do you mean? Yeah, tomorrow, but I don't make those calls. None. Play catch with him every once in a while, but he's on his own program.
Running routes, obviously. So how long will it take? What does it typically take to sort of get on that connection?
I don't know. That's not the question for me, unfortunately. But I know they're being careful with him, but I know they'll do their best to get him on the field as soon as they can.
Back to this Dallas defensive line, they're affecting quarterbacks at a higher rate than anybody in the NFL. But you have a good offensive line that's done a good job of keeping the pressure off you. Does this feel like you don't have to, maybe like some other years with teams, you'd have to modify your game plan for a team like this? Can you play your game without having to modify too much because of the faith and confidence you have in your
Yeah, that's a good
line?
question. Yeah, I think so. I think we've got faith in those guys up front. There have been years or teams have been on where there are injuries or some shaky positions that you want to help and you want to do some things, but we got a lot of confidence in our guys. I'm sure we'll have something for them as far as how we want to protect and how we want to do it. But for the most part, we like our guys up front and know they're going to be coming, but we like our matchups.
Speaking of confidence, just what gives you confidence after getting shut out in New England that you guys can get back to being that high-powered, potent offense that you were before that?
Yeah, just the body of work we've done. We've done a good job putting points on the board for the most part. We haven't done a good job of finishing games and winning, but moving the ball and putting points on the board, we've done a decent job of. So just get back to that and treat New England as hopefully an anomaly. And that doesn't mean we ignored it. We got a lot of things to fix in that game that I believe were addressed, and we've kind of moved on from now. But it was a good learning experience. Hopefully we can look at it like that and look back on it as something that kind of ignited something in us and allowed us to move forward in the right direction.
As much of a challenge as it is going against such a potent defense in Dallas, how much of an opportunity is it to be effective and produce against such a great,
Yeah, I think it's a good team. It's a road game. We need one, and it would be a great one to have.
I wanted to ask about today's practice. Dan talked to us about making changes, maybe looking to spark more intensity.
Yeah.
What did you see out there?
Yeah, it was definitely more intense. It was fun. Those guys were flying around, and when their intensity raises, so does ours. So it was a fun day. It was a fun practice. I thought it was a really good practice for both sides, and it was good.
Jared, after during the bye, people take time to reflect and all that stuff. I don't know if you got a chance to catch your breath on that, but you got a lot of criticism last year. Do you feel like you've answered some of your critics this year, at least through the first 5 games? Of it seems like the temperatures come down a little bit on criticism over you. Do you feel that or no?
No. I've got to every week do my job and do the best I can, and in my position, it's going to be if you win, you're the hero. If you lose, you're the worst, right? So got to start winning, and not really worried about what the narrative may be.
There's a lot of talk over the season about the year 2 jump for Panay. I'm just curious what you've seen from
Yeah, he's
him
been great. He's been really good. He's obviously extremely talented, but I think he's starting to really settle in and really start playing the game within the game a little bit more. And some of the stuff he does athletically is he's the only guy in the league who can do some of it. Maybe Trent Williams and some of those guys who can move at tackle like that. Like he's pretty special in what he can do. But yeah, he's settling in really nicely and has done a great job.
You guys brought DJ in with a very specific purpose this year, a guy that could stretch the field, could give you a little bit more oomph in the red zone. You've been without him for 2 weeks, obviously. No problems against Seattle, 45 points. And, seemed like a touchdown every drive, and then obviously the New England game was the opposite of that. When he's not out there, like what is the offense missing, and how are you finding that you're able to kind of still replicate it with the guys you do have?
Yeah. We miss his speed, obviously. Yeah, that's something. But we do have guys that can run behind him. I think personally he's a good one-on-one guy. And when he's out there, he's a guy that if he gets single high coverage and he's got a corner on him, kind of no matter what route he's running, you like your matchup, you like your chances on it. So we do miss a little bit of that with his size and his speed. With that being said, I think Josh can do it. I think Saint can do it. I think Khalif can do it in some ways as well. So all these guys are more than capable.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, guys.
We'll have DeAndre Swift in here next.